good.
That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Way over the wall to take a home run away from Barry Bonds. And fans in Minnesota will tell you that's routine for this guy. And Bonds says thanks a lot.
Now, back to the Morning Roast with Bonte and Shasky.
It's way back in 2002 at Miller Park when the All-Star Game ended in a tie, but one of them most memorable moments in All-Star Game history, Barry Bonds going out to the outfield to pick up Torii Hunter and carried him like, dude, how can you rob me of a bomb like that? Torii Hunter, one of the best center fielders we've ever seen in baseball in the last 30 years, and it was his birthday yesterday, so good morning to Torii Hunter. He joins the Morning Roast with Joe Shasky, the Butcher, and Bonte Hill, and because, Torii, you're on the line, I owe my producer $20. I thought there was no way you're going to get up this morning and join us today. I thought there was no way in hell you're going to be up this early.
Oh, man, they got me while I'm hungover.
I'm surprised you're not in bed. You want to talk to us, jabronis? Man,
No,
happy birthday, first of all.
I'm actually traveling back home to Dallas from L.A., but, yeah, man, it's my birthday, man. We had a good time, and I was able to see my boys, Big Papi. We saw Pujols last night. We had a great time.
I can't believe you're 47 years old. I mean, you don't look 47.
I can't believe you're. What kind of question is that?
I can't, man. I'm looking at his baseball reference page. I'm like, Torii, felt like he just retired yesterday.
Damn, Torii, I'm sorry.
He can handle it. He can handle it.
You know, my wife, she has me drinking all this water, man. She said I can't drink nothing but tequila and water.
Oh, alkaline or the regular stuff?
Spring water.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
No Pedialyte?
Nice.
No Pedialyte, no sugar. She said, no, you're going to stay healthy. I need you around. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You know,
I took the bait.
You know, you talked about Pujols right there being one of your buddies. We were just kind of having these discussions. There's certain moments in the All-Star games that really stick out, and we obviously will get to the Bonds one in a second. Tony Gwynn and Ted Williams, 1999 at Fenway. That one sticks in my head as just a moment. The splendid splinter and all the players going around him. Last night, seeing all the younger players and them being surrounding Albert Pujols, it felt special. What does Albert Pujols mean to the game of baseball?
It means a lot, man. I mean, this guy for all of 2000 has dominated, at the plate. We call him, anybody with a nickname called the Machine has done something great in the game, and everything that he has coming to him is well-deserved. When I had him as a teammate in 2012, man, and, he was trying to make the adjustment with the team and, just coming from the Cardinals and, we just tried to make him feel comfortable in that clubhouse, and eventually, after a couple of weeks, he got comfortable and just he gelled with the team. And but that guy, I enjoy his process of hitting, getting up in the morning. He goes to the cage and he hit like a machine, and he's thinking about things. He has a plan, and I picked up on some of those things, and I'm pretty sure Mike Trout, one of the best players I feel like in the game. Especially when he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the game. Has picked up a lot from Albert Pujols.
Yeah, Torii Hunter on the Morning Roast here on 95.7. The game won 9 Gold Gloves, a 5-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger Award winner, a legendary twin, an angel, of course, finished his career back in Minnesota. Torii, you saw Juan Soto yesterday put on a show at Dodger Stadium. Heck, Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, Pete Alonso. It was a great home run derby at Dodger Stadium. The setting, everything about it. But Juan Soto's been talked about a lot. Obviously on the trading block from the Washington Nationals, and he just turned down a massive offer for $440 million. You once turned down a $45 million deal in the middle of the season with the Twins. So that was a lot of money. Now you end up getting $90 million for the Angels, so you bet on yourself and you cashed out. But what is Juan Soto going through right now, and what goes into turning down a deal of that magnitude?
Well, I wouldn't know, because if it was $440 million, I don't know if I would turn that down.
Well, Torii, inflation, $45 million at the time, still a lot of money, man. 3 years, 45.
Man, 18 years inflation, that like that. That's some crazy inflation. But he's definitely one of the best hitters in the game. $440 million. I don't understand that. Maybe he wants shorter years, more money. So he wouldn't be locked in for 15 years. That's a long time to be locked in with one team. You have no idea if they're trying to win or what could happen in the middle of your career. It can taint your legacy. So I kind of understand the 15-year, but the money-wise, I don't understand that.
So what went into it with Minnesota? Was it the money, or was it the years, or was it that you just needed to change the scenery?
It was the years. For me, it was the years. I wanted to end my career in Minnesota before I went to the Angels, and then I went to the Tigers. And I didn't realize, going to different organizations, they have different, belief systems, different philosophies, and I picked up on different things that actually made me better at an older age. I was a better hitter, better player. If you look at my numbers, when I left Minnesota, I became a better player, all-around person. And so I didn't know that was going to happen. I wanted to stay in Minnesota, but they offered me a 3-year deal, and I wanted a 5 or 6 year deal so I can retire there. And it just didn't work out. But it was the best thing that could have happened to me, to leave and learn more things about different organizations. I got away from the Minnesota philosophy. I took that with me and added up on it. And that's what I think, Soto is going to do is if he happened to get traded, he's going to realize there's different philosophies in different organizations. It's gonna make him better. So and that's what's going to be scary. How can you get better from Juan Soto today?
Wow. I mean, he's incredible, and we want him. The Giants want him. Yeah. But as somebody that's tested free agency multiple times, I thought the Giants were in on you multiple times, and I wanted you to come to the Giants. Mm-hmm. Is there something about San Francisco, the stadium, California with the taxes? I know you played for the Angels. Is there something that maybe us locals don't recognize that the average baseball player is like, yeah, I'm not really trying to play in San Francisco?
Well, man, you know what? The atmosphere in San Francisco, that is definitely not the reason why guys don't come there to play. I didn't know what happened. I knew they were in play a couple times in my free agency, and I was listening hard. I don't think the numbers got there. We didn't get to a certain point, but it wasn't the fact that I didn't want to go to San Francisco. At that time, baseball is like for me, it's like a bad date. And you date this person, you say, I love this game, but when it's over, this game does not love you. You love something that doesn't love you, that would date someone else, that would be with someone else, right? That's baseball, the game, and it'll keep going no matter if you're in it or not. What can you do for me? And so what I did was, at that point when I became a free agent, I looked at the legacy. I looked at my legacy. I looked at, my grandkids, my great-grandkids. I looked at longevity, so I had to get what I can get out of baseball because it's going to do the same thing to me. And so that I didn't look at it as San Francisco is a bad place to play, because it's actually a great place to play, and has the great crowd. They know baseball. They have history, and the stadium is beautiful. So it wasn't that. It was just, I got to take care of what I need to take care of at this time.
Yeah. So basically, you're telling me that the Giants didn't pony up the dough. That's okay.
We didn't pay Torii Hunter. You would have been so lethal in Triple Alley at this yard. You think about how many catches you would have had off those bricks.
I wanted him in center field, too, at the time. Man. Or right field. I'd have taken him anywhere. Yeah, take me back to 2002. Major League Baseball All-Star Game, Milwaukee. Barry Bonds is like a godlike figure to so many kids here in San Francisco at the time. And it's the biggest sport. It's the biggest stage for the sport. You're one of the best players in the game, especially defensively at that time. I mean, that's a moment outside of Ray Fosse and Pete Rose at home plate. That's one of the seminal moments in All-Star history. I want to play it for you, and then I want to go through it. So play the replay, Steven.
Didn't get his arms extended as he raises one into right center field. At the wall, it is caught. Oh, what a catch by Torii Hunter. Woo. Is that any good?
That'll wake you up. My goodness.
Way over the wall to take a home run away from Barry Bonds. And fans in Minnesota will tell you that's routine for this guy. And Bonds says thanks a lot.
So that's your first All-Star game. Bonds had just broken the home run record the year prior. That's got to be the one single moment that most people remember you for, no?
I think that's the greatest moment. It's not my greatest catch. It's my greatest moment, and people talk about it. So, I think in my mind, I think it's one of my greatest moments in my career, because everybody's watching. It's the All-Star game, and my people in Arkansas is watching. People all over The world is watching. My state that I was playing in, the team that I was playing for. Man, I just felt like it was a great moment. Not my greatest catch, but my greatest moment in my career. But nobody really knows. But before that game, I said, you know what? Before I went that inning, before I went out there, I was running. I was like, hey, man, that'd be cool to rob a home run, right?
Right.
But when I got out there, and then they said, now I'm batting Barry Bonds, I was like, don't hit it to me, don't hit it to me. I was like, don't hit it to me. And then, lo and behold, this dude, boom, hits the ball, and I'm like, oh, man. So I took a courtesy jog after because I thought it was, like, far gone. Then the wind kind of brought it back. I'm like, oh, I might have to jump up and get this and give it a good try. And when I jumped up, I got up higher than normal, and I caught the ball, and I came down, and Ichiro is next to me, and he said, holy, and I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't know you spoke English. I ain't know.
And then Bonds lifts you up, right?
Yeah, and then I run off the field, trot off the field, and he picked me up. He went high, and I pretended like he was giving me a high five, and he went low and picked me up, put me on the shoulder like a rag doll. I was like, this guy's strong. And it was just a great moment, man. One of the best hitters in the game of baseball. Best hitters I've ever seen with my eyes. I don't know about, people before me, before me, before I was born. Mm-hmm. But I know with my eyes, I've never seen a hitter hit like Barry Bonds.
And that was your
first take a home run away from it. I was thankful.
And that was your first All-Star game. So you made it a memorable one. And we all remember for the tie as well in that game, which was very odd.
What did Barry say to him? Ask him that one, B. Like, what did Barry say to you at that moment when he lifted you up? Or did he not say anything?
He said, great catch, kid. And I was actually with Barry 2 days ago here in the All-Star game for Still Got Game Foundation.
Very cool.
And he's a part of it as well. So he's one of the board members, and we sit and we talk all the time. We've been hanging out the last couple years, 5 years or so, more than we ever seen each other while we were playing ball because he was in the National League and I was in the American League. But now we've been hanging out, and Barry's actually cracking jokes. We're laughing. He's a different person, man. I love everything about him right now, man. You guys really sit down and talk to this guy.
He's my favorite player ever.
So we're talking to Torii Hunter right now on the Morning Roast. Torii Hunter, a long-time All-Star in Major League Baseball, 5-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glove Award winner, was down in L.A., just celebrated his birthday yesterday. He's 21 now. I'm going to say 21, Torii.
I'm 27.
Yeah, 27, retired with a pocket full of cash, right, and tequila. Barry Bonds.
Thinking about that $500 million that Soto turned down.
Like $500 million. Damn.
Hey, don't forget I'm married. That's my wife's money. That's
I know that move too.
To go play golf.
Oh yeah. No. We know all about that. We need permission slips. Torii, so you bring up Barry Bonds into jokes because we've gotten to know Barry a little bit and seeing him courtside at Warriors games, seeing him cycling. It seems like he's in the happiest space he's ever been in.
Man, it seems like he's an outdoorsman, man. It seems like he's happy being outside. He's, hiking and bike riding and in the mountains and doing different things like that. It's like he's enjoying his life. He's smiling more. He has many dogs, show dogs, and different things like that. And he's doing some great investments. Man, we talk about pretty much everything. And just to see someone living their best life, and he ain't going back and forth with you guys.
Right. Well, no, he loves us. Actually, we got to interview him on television one time, and he was great. He was awesome, talking about Steph Curry when he broke the three-point record. But it feels like Barry Bonds, he's over the whole Hall of Fame thing. He knows he was a great player. It feels like that's not a burden on his shoulders anymore.
Man, he is definitely a Hall of Famer. I know all that stuff that happened. He's never tested positive or anything like that. Man, I think he definitely should be in there. Roger Clemens should be in there.
Agreed.
Hopefully that veteran committee in December vote these guys in. We need those guys in the game. And, man, I don't care what you say. No one can just take one swing and 3 at-bats, hadn't swung the bat at all in 3 at-bats, and one swing homer.
Thank you.
Nothing can make you do that but talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and to tell my grandkids, hey, I saw one of the best hitters to play the game, and his name was Barry Bonds. and I'm going to continue to say that.
That's we love hearing that because we both think that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Torii, before you go, you referenced the greatest catch that you ever made because you said it's not the one from the All-Star game. Your era, Lofton and Gary Matthews, who you replaced, and Jim Edmonds. So many guys used to rob home runs. It was like a nightly thing on Web Gems. What is your best catch of all time?
Oh, man, my best catch of all time. My best catch of all time, I would have to say, off of Carlos Lee in the Metrodome.
Wow.
He hit a ball, and I jumped up in center field, caught it. The next day, my whole left side was sore because I stretched so high to catch the ball. And it was like a 3-run homer, and you can just see Carlos Lee's face, and everybody went crazy in the stands, especially in the Metrodome. Everything was loud.
Yeah.
And just to see him stand at second base for like 5 minutes staring at me like, I can't believe you did this to your boy. And I thought it was one of my favorite catches. I usually rate my catches by pain.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. So that you suffered the most pain on that catch. Speaking of pain,
I say, that was a good catch. I was about to die right there.
Speaking of pain, Torii, we're feeling pain right now watching the Giants. They're 48-43, 5 games over 500. But the philosophy of platooning and pitch hitting, and look, my team, Torii, you're all about swagger. The hat to the side. We love that stuff. I love swag. I love chains.
The timing
I love
of a
backflips.
sick catch.
Dude, Cuban links, whatever. I love all that stuff. We're still the Giants are still doing the dab in 2022. All right? So that's why I'm thinking to myself, man, if you're a player in that clubhouse, would you be walking to the front office? Would you be talking to the GM saying, hey, what can we do to get this guy Juan Soto in this clubhouse?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. I would want you to hopefully, I'm pretty sure they're in that front office thinking that anyway. Because if you're not thinking about advancing your squad, especially in San Francisco, one of the biggest baseball teams in America, right? So if you're not in that front office and telling yourself, man, how can we get Juan Soto and be creative? Yeah, if we lose out on with somebody else, but at least we're trying, and we should try hard, not just to do it just for media's sake or for fans' sake, just to kind of say, hey, we did it, wash it off. But they really need to go after it, and somebody in that that clubhouse should go to the front office and say, hey, man, we really need this guy. I think he's going to be great in the clubhouse. He's a lot of fun at the plate. We need that. San Francisco Giants, man, there's so much history there. It's usually like the Yankees. Yankees so professional. Cut your beard off, have a mustache and a shaved face, but it's like the Roman times in New York. Giants got some old history there as well, which I don't know if they're really ready for that swag like that.
We're ready for it. We need it, Torii. We're doing the dab. The dab was dead in 2015. All right? We're still doing the dab out here.
Yeah, you really need the swag, but I definitely think somebody in that clubhouse needs to step up, and say, hey, look, we need him, or they need to step up in the clubhouse themselves and create a party or create something, just take lead. And Gabe Kapler, he's one of those guys he was fun when he played, so I'm pretty sure he's waiting for someone to step up to do that. So hopefully you guys do that. I'm a big fan of the Giants. I still watch everything, and continued success for you guys.
Before you go, and thank you so much,
yeah, this is
10
awesome.
seconds. If they would have platooned you because you didn't hit lefties or pinch hit for you in the second inning, how would you have reacted in your era? I'm dead serious because it drives me nuts.
I would have asked for a trade ASAP.
Wow.
I would have left. I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm talking about me personally.
Right.
Somebody else might not be able to hit righties or lefties, and you got to do it because the numbers say do it. But for me, I hit righties and lefties, and my mentality was different. I was ready to go no matter what. You don't care who you put up there. You're going to get me just like I'm going to get you. You got two nostrils. I got two nostrils. May the best man win. That was my mentality. So every team put me out there and ready to play. But if I have to platoon and pinch hit, and I've been out. See ya. Deuces.
Wow. Torii, I watched
Been telling you.
Sunday's game against the Milwaukee Brewers, and we'll let you go. But I saw your mean Mercedes pinch hit for in the second inning. In the second inning because the lefty came up.
Yeah, that's that new age baseball, which I'm not a really big fan of. I think analytics and all that data is key. But after 5 innings, that's when you start playing with the game. But the first 5 innings,
thank you.
You gotta go and let guys pitch and get themselves out of that situation. It's just like in life. If you stop your kids from, always doing dangerous things safely, right? You stop them from doing those things. They're going to be, when they get older, they don't want to know how to problem solve or go get through anything. They're always going to be down and out and depressed and have anxiety because you never allow them to go through some things. Well, that's the same thing with your hitters and your pitchers. If you don't allow them to fail and go through some things, then you can forget about the growth and the future World Series that you're supposed to win because they're never developed. They're immature players.
Torii, this was awesome. Let's do it again. Enjoy your birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
Glad you were able to wake up with this, man. Safe travels back to Dallas. Big fan. Hopefully you're not a fan of the Cowboys, right? You're not a Cowboy fan, are you?
Man, what you just say?
Oh, man.
I am a Cowboy fan. I'm in Dallas.
Hey, you still hurting from that
You still hurting from January?
From that Niner win?
Huh?
You still hurting from January?
Yeah, I almost cried.
Trust me, I almost cried when Jimmy Garoppolo threw you guys back into the big football game. So I feel you.
And I had to go with the mess with E40 the Niner game. I was all over him the whole time, and then I shut my text messages down when I lost.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome, Torii. Safe travels, man. We'll do it again soon.
All right, guys. Take care, man. Great talk.
You too, Torii Hunter. Wow. 5-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glove Award winner. Sam Lutman, I got $20 for you.